This looks like a pin. Ruin is McGowan, the ship that discovered the Pyro system. Look at that. That looks very familiar. Do you know if people bought this? How did people get this pin? A patch, a coin, a book? Concierge attendee gift pack.
Welcome to Dusty Stars Collecting Dust.
We're back with another episode of Collecting Dust. And today, I've got new items for us to review and see what we're gonna do. Item number 1. This looks like a pin. It's a coin. It has some text on the back. Gamescom. This is the 400i. Item number 5 is the mystery item. That is the items we have today. So looking forward to seeing what you guys vote for. So it looks like number 1 is getting the votes, and we're going to focus on item number 1 today. So let me get all these guys back in the box. Let's look at number 1. Today is August 6th, 26. This is case number 3. And this artifact name is going to be, I'm going to call it the Pyrotechnic Amalgamated pin. And this looks like it might have come from, there's nothing on the back at all. Welcome to Pyro. The next great adventure starts today, right here at MacEwan Station. As a valued member of the Pyrotechnic Amalgamated family, you'll enjoy the various amenities offered by this amazing state-of-the-art facility while completing your training and awaiting your specific assignment destination. Keep this identification badge on at all times. Feel free to get acquainted with your new home. Here in Pyro, the future is bright. Oh, they used to own all of the stations in Pyro and went bankrupt. The UEE forgot about the systems. Rough and Ready took over Ruin Station. So was Ruin Station MacEwan Station? That's interesting. This is a badge. I'm going to make a note here. This is a badge pin. This is like an employee badge. MacEwan. I don't know how to say that word. MacEwan. So this is a pin. I don't know what collection or series it's from, but it is a pin. It's made of metal. It feels metal anyway. Let's see, metal. And the markings on it are MacEwan Station, and it has a number 3985003. I don't know if there's anything significant about that. It also has an employee number. The employee number is 3292. I don't know if that has any significance. Oh yeah, after Ian McGregor. Is that the Obi-Wan? Did he play Obi-Wan? All right, and the manufacturer, we don't know. Known variants, we don't know. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand, I think, is the release date. So this is a link to Ruin Station. Oh, originally MacEwan Station. Okay, so you just verified the fact that MacEwan Station in the game still, and it's actually Ruin Station. So this was founded in 2506. That is, hold on a second. Our year converter here, 25. Okay, that was way before Squadron 42, because we're looking at 2942, and Ruin Station was 25. That was a long time ago. Their headquarters in the system, the site was chosen due to its safety from flares, the Pyro Star, which made construction on Monix and Bloom risky. The station was named in honor of Watch Officer of the Roostabout, the ship that discovered the Pyro system. Okay, hold on. I got to open this one in a new tab. What is this ship, the Roostabout? The Roostabout was a tanker ship owned by Pyrotechnic Amalgamated, which unknowingly discovered the first jump point to Pyro in 2469 while traversing the Cano system. However, the crew never investigated the gravitational anomaly further. Instead, they sent a detailed report about it to Pyrotechnic Amalgamated. The company would then look into the matter 24 years later. Okay. So that is very interesting. So knowing that, when we need to figure out a date on when this pin, this badge pin, was actually created. I think we're going to have to figure out. My guess is this had something that this came out. So maybe when they announced Pyro. Let's see. When did that first get announced? This is the site that I've been using to get information related to what was happening in Star Citizen at the time. So maybe if we look at this list here, we can figure out when Pyro was announced. Okay, so that was 2023. I need to go way into the future here because we're at 2021, 22. Okay, 23. Here we go. When was CitizenCon 2023? Oh, hold on. Someone just found a TikTok from DePoets. All right, let's bring this up. Oh, yeah, here we go. CitizenCon 2023 in Los Angeles. Let's open up that link. Oh, look at that. That looks very familiar. I wonder if his has a different number on it. Yes, his is 2304. Mine's 3292. What is that? Oh, he got a black VIP card. It's metal. That's cool. All right, well, not sure why he's showing the camera. But anyway, okay, so that is definitely, that looks like our pin. The number was different. I think we can confirm then that the release date of this item was 2023. That video was from CitizenCon 2953. Hold on. On that video, it shows 2953. Let's check our years here. Yep, 2953 was 2023. So that is what we're looking at here. 2953 is the year in Star Citizen. So let's go back to this CitizenCon. No, that was 2024. What did they do? Stanton Theater, CitizenCon 2023 Pocket Guide. Hold on. This is what was happening that day. Oh, look, welcome to Pyro. This was in LA. Gosh, I wish I could have went to this. I don't know if there's any pictures of our item on this page. Oh, look at that. That guy's got armor on right there. That's cool. There's another link here from Reddit. Okay, thanks for the great CitizenCon, CIG. Other than what's pictured, I also picked up a limited run poster of Port Olisar. Oh my gosh, I would die for that. And an Invictus Launch Week mouse pad. Was a hell of a time. I hope next year is also in the States so I can go again. But I know to spread the love to other countries too. Okay, so this is cool. This looks like our item here. Do you know if people bought this, or was it just, how did people get this pin? What was the distribution method? I'm working on filling out our paperwork here. Do we know, is this something that was someone had to buy at CitizenCon? Or was this, oh, there's a patch, a coin, a book. Concierge attendee gift pack. Okay, now that, let me put that in here. Concierge attendee gift pack. So if you were a concierge and you bought tickets for CitizenCon and you came, then you were given this attendee gift pack. So I think we understand that. So the original cost, what, a small hum, what was the cost of a ticket to CitizenCon? Because this was given to folks. Do we have any idea of CitizenCon? Was there a ticket price here? I've never gone to a CitizenCon, so I don't know what the cost to go. This was October 21st, 22nd. It doesn't really say. Let's see, $200. CitizenCon Direct. See what you missed. This is not accurate. This is last year. This is not related to that CitizenCon. Anyone go to CitizenCon in 2023 in LA? What we're trying to figure out now, guys, is the original cost of a CitizenCon ticket, because that was the only way to get this. If you wanted this, you know, this concierge gift pack, you had to probably buy a ticket to go to. The ticket was priced at $199 for 2-day general access for the premium experience. All right, so the price of no, there's no way. $1,299? Where does that come from, Meek the Fox? Where do you see that? Do you have a link? Oh, I see what you're saying. To be a concierge. Oh, plus the ticket. Now, if you bought the general 2-day general ticket, Did you also get this pack if you were a concierge? So let's assume for a minute you're a concierge. So concierge is a $1,000 spend, right, to get to concierge, plus the ticket to get into CitizenCon. If you were a concierge and you paid for a general 2-day standard access ticket, you paid $199. Was that enough to get you that little kit that we were just looking at? This one? This is what you got. What did the $299 premium experience get you? I'm guessing that the $199 ticket was enough if you were concierge to get this little thing here that has this pin in it. This pin here. Okay, swag bag handed out at Los Angeles included an Area 18 Welcome to Pyro pin, a branded black ballpoint pen, metal. The physical swag bag, everybody gets a swag bag, right? Yeah, you don't need to be concierge to get that. So did everybody who paid $199 get the swag bag? Because it said it was the swag bag and gift box handed out to attendees. So that means everybody that attended. So it might just be $199 then to get the ticket, and maybe the concierge is just how they worded it to make it sound fancy. See what you're saying? Maybe the Reddit post, that guy was, this is a want to sell, so maybe he made it sound more rare. $199 is the ticket. $299 is with the gift bag. Oh, so the swag bag and gift box handed out. I think you might be right about the concierge not being required. This says concierge attendee, but you think he may have put that there because he's trying to sell it to other people, so he's trying to make it sound more valuable maybe than it is. If everybody that went got this, then it would be $199. The ticket alone, he's trying to sell it. He says trade for ships beneath the photo. Okay, so my guess is that I'm gonna cross off concierge because I don't think they were checking people's concierge to get that. So it was just the ticket price, and what we still don't know is if it was everybody who bought a ticket got a swag bag when they walked in. I think everybody got it. Okay, let's see. Can you guys find out what was the benefit of being a $299? Where was that? Someone said premium experience ticket. So hold on. So CitizenCon $29.53 premium experience ticket. Maybe we can find that because we saw the CitizenCon here. Let's see if this is an archive to an old. I want to see. No, this is Nick. See, this is the new one. It's not linking to the old one. Let's see. CitizenCon. Does anyone know? Inside CitizenCon. Let's check that link out.
It's the morning. Before things get started, people are still asleep in their beds. The beginning of day 2. We've never done a day 2 before. But the glamorous hosting life out front is nothing compared to the draining and exhausting life behind the scenes. Let's take a tour of the production area. When nobody's here,
okay,
nothing is working.
Ahead, phone, can you keep zooming in?
Yeah, this is not showing people at CitizenCon. I wonder though, if we could say, maybe do a search for 2953 CitizenCon digital goodies pack. No, let's just search for that. Maybe somebody streamed themselves there. Me and my friend bought premium tickets because it was written. It allowed you to bypass the line, but then decided to merge and become the same. They were not worthy by the price difference what they had. There was a badge in the physical collection as well. The OP is correct. Premium tickets and registering on Friday led to longer wait time to get in on both days. Besides slightly comfier seats in the Addison Lounge, the only other clear benefit I've seen was that they closed the merchandise line to all but premium ticket holders at the opening this morning. Okay, so anyone who wanted to buy merch got... So it sounds like we have answered this question. The question being the original cost. I don't think the $299 was required to get that. So we are going to stick with this. I don't think that we needed to go to that one. Let me open this. So we are going to go to... I'm guessing this is the Pyro pin that it's talking about. I think that we have what we need there in order for that to be a thing. Let me see. And then that is what we've got for this item. Okay, so the next thing is, well, the purpose of this was really just to create excitement for Pyro. This was a promotional item for Pyro. So we got that one. The only real difference was the image poster of the Hornet signed. Yeah. So this was really just to promote Pyro. So the historical context, then, let's go back to our browser here, and let's go back. So looking at CitizenCon, featured one of my favorite ever, Fix It and Fly It. Did we get this yet? Fix It and Fly It?
Items based on your goals for the travels. Exchange
Tuning.
some items. Adjust the default settings of your power plant. Basically, operations that require you to turn off the items or even remove them from their sockets.
Okay, so that was one of my most exciting parts of this whole CitizenCon. If you guys know, Thrusters and Dust were all about fixing and repairing ships and bringing them back to life and selling them. This was one of the coolest parts of this CitizenCon for me.
Low health
was
means
right here.
You can still repair it. So which you will be happening now with Guillermo and Pete repairing the power plant after I removed it from the Fury.
See, we can repair components, so that
fully
made it into the
functional
game.
And here you see the debug UI, the health is now fully up again, and that means that it runs at full efficiency again.
They fixed that issue right
And
there
you
that he
also
just
see
had trying to
that
spin
the
that
shield
component
generator
around.
is at 0 health, so the destroyed shield generator cannot be repaired because it's destroyed. So I have to exchange it with a spare one that I collected from the Gladius.
All right, this was the CitizenCon where engineering was the big event. So we had Talking Ship, Navigating the Universe. That was the new map system that came out. And then we had Life in the First Person, Talking Flight. This was the CitizenCon where Pyro, I believe, was playable. Looking at the chart that we saw, it looks like they had... Yeah, this is just that link. Okay. So going back here to what was happening this year in Star Citizen. So this was 2023 Star Citizen. Going back to historical context here, did we get Pyro at the end of 2023? Because that was the big promotion. People were playing. There was some pictures here from... Yeah, look at this picture here. This is the... They had this blocked off here, but this is where they had people playing Pyro for the first time. And I think we got Pyro shortly after that CitizenCon. I feel like it was at the end of that year, but I don't know. We were at 321. Oh, it was 2 years later? Hold on. Let me scroll down this list. I got to see if that's... When did we... The Pyro system. It was in 2024 December. So even though folks got to play Pyro during CitizenCon, didn't they give it to us in like a PU or a PTU? There was like a separate launcher, right? Like in the launcher, you could choose a different one. Do you guys remember having that option to do Pyro or Stanton from the launcher? There was a tech preview in March. So the tech preview, because I remember, I feel like we played Pyro long before they had the jump point active. But yes, it definitely wasn't until 2024 that they released Pyro system. That was the end of the next year with 4.0. So in March there was a letter from the chairman. Does he talk about this? This was a rough one, guys. 318. Persistent entity streaming. And then we had... They're talking about the CitizenCon that we're talking about now. Squadron 42 is taking the game from feature complete to content complete. Okay. Benoit. Okay. I'm trying to see if they talked about the Pyro playtest. Remember they called it Pyro playtest. I remember that now. Does anyone have a date of the Pyro playtest? Because I feel like I thought the Pyro playtest happened right after the CitizenCon. Like as soon as CitizenCon was over, they were like, you guys can all try Pyro right now. Right? Can you see if when the Pyro playtest came out, because I feel like that happened right after CitizenCon, and if it did, that would be pretty significant for something of historical context that was happening. Like, if I'm going to add to the sheet here that players got to play Pyro at CitizenCon, that was the first time anyone outside the company saw Pyro. So that is cool. Let's see. October 31st to November. Oh, okay. So it was right after. So yeah, it wasn't that long after. Yes, the Pyro preview channel. That's what I was remembering. And Squadron 42 was feature complete and entering polishing. So they've been polishing it for, it'll be 3 years, October of this year. It'll be 3 years of polishing. It's going to be very shiny when it comes out. All right, so I think we may have cracked the case on this one, guys. I feel like we may have solved this one. I got one more link here. This was December 21st of 2024. Yeah, this is when Pyro released in the preview build, but I think that we played it, like Wrecker said, in October of 24. We got to play it a little bit. All right. So this was the CitizenCon 2953. This was the goodie bag box. It's a pin. It's metal. It has MacEwan Station. The manufacturer, we don't know who CIG uses to manufacture this. The only known variation on this one is the item number. Each one has a unique item number on it, which we saw from DePoet's video. His had like a 2924 number and mine has like a 32. So I think there was an item number variation to each one. They were probably numbered. I don't know how many they made, but there's definitely, they were numbered. So yeah, I think this is solved. I do think we solved this one, guys. This is one of the rare episodes where we actually solved the case. I appreciate you all being here and helping us crack this case and figure out what this is. We'll be back on Sunday with a new episode of Secrets Behind the Hangar Door. This weekend we have Trash Bandicoot on, who's been a longtime friend of the channel, and I can't wait to see his fleet and hear his story. Very exciting. Yeah, so remember to keep your story safe, and if you have any old Star Citizen memorabilia or items you've collected over the years and you'd like to be part of the show, I'd love to have you on and feature your item. So hit me up in the Discord. And if you're watching on YouTube, could you do me a favor and subscribe to this live channel? Because this is a new channel and it has barely any subscribers, and I'm really trying hard to grow this second channel and keep the first channel mainly for the factory service manual videos. Quick update on that. The Taurus video is in final polish, so hopefully it won't be there for 3 years. Thank you all for hanging out today, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.